This is going to be part 10. This is the final, the final stuff of my movie collection. This is just a concoction of movies that I have left. So we will, put them right here. So I am really, excited to get into this little last bit of movies. This is kind of like a group of movies that are, a part of some sequels and that are a part of some things. Again, like I told you that I didn't put a part of The Thing. So we definitely have some, a bit to do. So, we have, of course, The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith, Jackie Chan. Again, this is a very underrated movie that I feel like people don't really like to talk about, which, again, I know they do Kung Fu in this movie and technically not karate, but this movie is really good. I thought it was a really good take into kind of like doing a reboot of The Karate Kid. Again, I did not mind this movie. Again, the fight sequences in this movie are really cool, and I really enjoy this movie. You can really tell that they put a lot of respect in this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. Again, not many people do. But I like it because it's standing on its own away from the Karate Kid franchise, but I think this was a right step in the right direction if they wanted to keep doing stuff going forward. I enjoy this movie. Occasionally, I do watch this movie every now and then. I do like this movie, and I do think there's a lot of heart to this movie. So, again, I recommend it if you haven't seen it. Definitely go check it out. Worth a watch. Okay, going next, guys, we have, of course, James Cameron's Avatar. Very underrated. I feel like at the time I did not appreciate this movie as much as I do now, especially because, James Cameron is he is very for the environment and for, global warming and stuff like that. He's an advocate to, protect the environment and everything. So I really enjoy this movie because it really shows what he's trying to tell us through this movie, that, I think in this movie about, the planet dying, them trying to find a new planet to colonize on, and the beautiful story of how, people just destroy lands, and it's just a beautiful movie, this movie. It's so awesome. I love the world building he has in this movie. I love the story he's trying to tell. Definitely worth a watch. Again, I really appreciate it more now than I did as a kid. I hated it as a kid because I feel like I just didn't understand it as a kid, but since I'm an adult now, I really enjoy this movie. It's a really great movie. Definitely great cinema. I cannot wait to see the other sequels to this movie. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. Definitely worth a watch. Okay, guys, then we have Ready Player One. You already know what it is. Ready Player One is so great. How could you not love Ready Player One? Literally pop culture at its finest. I love the idea of being in virtual reality, especially if there's ever a chance that this could be real in the future. That would be insane. And I just feel like this movie deserved a lot more praise than what it got. I feel like a lot of people hated on this movie, which really annoyed me. This movie was literally just breathtaking, awesome. More people need to talk about this movie. Definitely worth a watch. I definitely recommend it. This movie's insane. I can't say really anything else about it. It's just awesome, and it needs to be talked about a lot more. And it's made by Steven Spielberg. He's the GOAT. And this was a book, which was impressive. That literally this was a book, and he turned it. He made some of these dreams come true. That Steven Spielberg made it and literally made a person's dream come true, which it made his book turn into an awesome movie like this. So definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. Go check it out. Real Steel, guys, I've been wanting to talk about Real Steel for quite some time now, ever since that we got, it got greenlit by Disney Plus that they're going to be making a series, which is insane. Definitely don't know if Hugh Jackman's going to be coming back for it, but I don't know if it's going to be a continuation or if it's just going to be in the world of Real Steel. Either way, I love this movie. Definitely underrated. Not many people talk about this movie. It's definitely, literally, it's Rocky with robots. A heartwarming movie for everyone, literally. That's what this movie is. It's Rocky meets robots. The heart is definitely there. The heart and soul of this movie is just, it's literally awesome. Can't go wrong with this movie if you love seeing robots beat the shit out of each other and love the underdog story. This is literally that movie, and I cannot wait to see that series that they are making on Disney Plus. It should be interesting. Cannot wait. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. It's sick. And then, of course, we have the Ninja Turtle 4-pack. It has Turtles, the original movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Secret of the Ooze, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. People hate that Turtles in Time. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it wasn't that bad. And then we have, of course, have TMNT, the animated movie, great movie. Chris Evans is actually in that movie. For people that didn't know, he plays Casey Jones in the movie, so that's actually really sick. I loved this animated movie when I was younger. I still do. I watch it occasionally, time to time. Definitely not many people talk about that movie, which, again, it's a really great movie. For people that haven't seen it, it's good. But my favorite out of the two up top probably definitely has to be A Secret of the Ooze, just because of, like, how much pizza's involved in that movie, and I love pizza, so definitely the Secret of the Ooze I'd put first over the original Turtles, and then I would put Turtles in Time. That's for damn sure. And then again, TMNT, great animated movie. Definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch, all of them. Definitely go check it out. It's very underrated for how people talk about practical effects. Like, these are all practical suits. And I feel like I miss those days. I feel like it looks better than what they do with, like, Turtles now, with, like, them being CGI, like, in the live-action movies from the Michael Bay ones. Definitely wish they would go back to the original look. It just looks better, and I think that's the best way to go when it comes to Ninja Turtles. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen the original Ninja Turtles movies. And now we're going to go on to Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I did the Kingsman ranking movie. I don't really want to, like, go into it too much, so go watch my Kingsman ranking movie. I go into why I love them. But definitely worth watching. Matthew Vaughn's Kingsman: The Golden Circle, great sequel, very underrated. I feel like it gets too much hate. It's a really good movie. Same with Kingsman: Secret Service, definitely worth the watch. Matthew Vaughn was really awesome to bring this world to live action. Again, this was actually, I think these are comic books, if I'm correct, or books in real life. I think they're comic books or graphic novels. But again, either way, he brought this universe to life, really awesome. And I cannot wait to see what he does with the sequel to Kingsman 4, which is the continuation of the Eggsy and Harry storyline. Again, if you want to see my ranking of the Kingsman movies, along with the Kingsman, the new prequel movie that came out, go check out my ranking video of the Kingsman movies. Go check that out. Going on to Fury, literally the best war movie ever. I cried watching this movie. Again, Logan Lerman does a really great job. Shia LaBeouf does a really great job. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Brad Pitt does an amazing job. That is, why am I forgetting? I can't believe I'm forgetting. Why am I forgetting his name? I don't know why I forgot, but that's John Bernthal and freaking Michael Pena. But they all do an amazing job in Fury. If you haven't seen Fury at one point, it's a really great war movie. I'd say it's one of the best war movies. I'd say this is probably my favorite war movie, way over 1917 and way over Dunkirk. I feel like this is, like, the better movie. Acting wise and shot wise, I think, and also emotional wise, I feel like this is just, everybody at some point should see Fury, because it's a great movie, and you can really tell how dedicated they all are to these performances, so definitely go check it out. Next, we have Robin Hood. Again, I love Taron Egerton. I've talked about Robin Hood, a part of my favorite Taron Egerton movies. I have that up on the channel if you guys want to go check them out. I've ranked the Taron Egerton movies, so go check out that ranking, along with Jamie Foxx. And this is just pretty much a kind of like a reboot of the Robin Hood movie, the original movie. And I really love this movie. It gets a lot of hate, but there's a lot of great action scenes in here. And so it's really great acting from Jamie Foxx and Taron Egerton. And I feel like a lot of people hated on it for no reason. I think it's a really great movie, and I would love to have seen the sequel, honestly. Great movie. Very underrated. Definitely worth a watch. We got Maze Runner Collection Edition with the original Maze Runner and then Maze Runner Scorch Trials. Again, Dylan O'Brien does an amazing job in this role. I love him as Styles and Teen Wolf, and I just feel like this was a great interpretation of a book, of a series book, which I think there's like 3 books or even more. I think there might be more than 3 books. I'm not quite sure. I think there might have just been 3, but he does a great job in this movie. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen the Maze Runner movies. I think these are the best 2, the original Maze Runner and then Maze Runner Scorch Trials are the best. I think the third one wasn't very good, but these 2 are definitely really, really great. I remember watching a back-to-back. I went to the theater and I watched like a back-to-back screening. It was like a double feature of the Maze Runner going into Scorch Trials. I remember doing it. I watched the Maze Runner by myself, and then my sister came in for the Scorch Trials. But great movie. These are just great movies. Definitely go watch them if you haven't seen them. And then, of course, we got Creed with Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone. Can't go wrong with a continuation of the Rocky franchise / like reboot / like revamp, but it's like a continuation but from like the Creed family perspective. Again, I think this is way better than the sequel. I think this is like the better movie than the sequel. I cannot wait for the third movie that Michael B. Jordan is going to be making. It's going to be Creed 3, but it's also going to have Jonathan Majors in it, which I'm super excited to see what Jonathan Majors is going to be doing, because he's playing Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So I'm just excited to see what and also he's in Lovecraft Country, and I think he's just an amazing actor, so I'm excited to see what he's going to be doing as the villain in Creed 3, so I'm excited for that. So definitely worth a watch, Creed 1. Creed 2, not so much, but Creed 2 is pretty good, but it's not as good as Creed 1. Okay, and then we got Perks of a Wallflower, with Logan Lerman again. I think he's great. Again, with Emma Watson, and of course, Ezra Miller. Great movie. I watched this a while ago. This is definitely a movie I like to watch from time to time. It is a good movie, and it was actually filmed in Pittsburgh, so shout out Pittsburgh, let's go. And it's just a great movie. I just can't believe that they were all here at one point. That's crazy. Especially Hollywood Theater's right down the street from me, and that's where they, like, do this big dance number from, I forget what the movie is called. It's called, I forget what it's called, but they did like this big dance number at this theater down my street, so it's actually really cool. So shout out to Perks of a Wallflower. It's really good. Definitely worth a watch. We got Knives Out, guys. Knives Out literally is the best mystery movie ever. I don't care what anybody else says. Definitely, Knives Out is definitely worth a watch. A stacked cast. Definitely worth a watch. Go watch this. If you love mystery movies, you're going to love this. Great movie. Great movie. I actually have the poster, too. We got G.I. Joe. Very underrated. People don't like this G.I. Joe movie, but literally, it's everything I feel like the cartoons were. It's very out there, which, again, I feel like that's what G.I. Joe is at the end of the day. I love this one way more than I love the second one. Watch it. It's worth a watch. Definitely. Great movie. Like I said, G.I. Joe Retaliation is not a good movie. Okay sequel. The only original characters is Duke, Channing Tatum's character, and Storm Shadow, and that's pretty much it. It was an okay sequel. Agent Cody Banks, great movie. This was something I watched along with Spy Kids when I was younger. Like, who hasn't watched Agent Cody Banks? It's a great spy movie, a teen spy movie. I just love this movie so much, starring, Hilary Duff and, of course, can't believe it, Frankie Muniz. Great movie. I love the sequel, too, but the first one is so good. Definitely worth a watch if you like teen spy, movies. Like, if you like Spy Kids, this beats Spy. I think this might beat Spy Kids. I love Spy Kids, too, but this is really good. Definitely worth a watch. Tenet. Love Tenet. I mean, can't go wrong with Christopher Nolan, especially because he kind of said that, he kind of hinted towards, like, this Tenet is kind of in the same world as Inception. I just love these movies that Christopher Nolan does. I feel like this is very, very underrated. I feel like a lot of people hated this movie for no reason. This movie is a great movie. Definitely worth a watch. I actually have this poster in my basement. You guys have seen it before in videos. Great movie. Baby Driver. I've talked about this and probably Tenet and some other movies before. I did like my favorite films. It's up on my channel. I can't remember what I put in there. I know I put this in there, and I think I put Tenet in there. I know I put Knives Out in there, but Baby Driver is a great movie, great soundtrack, great cinematography, definitely worth a watch. It's amazing. Go check out this movie. I feel like not enough people talk about this movie. Great movie. The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. This is the, I want to say, third movie in the Mummy franchise. Of course, there's that fourth movie that we don't like to talk about. That's kind of like a reboot starring Tom Cruise that just was not a good movie. But people sleep on this movie, this third Mummy movie. People don't like this third Mummy movie. I love this third Mummy movie. I'm actually going to be watching this probably tomorrow, maybe. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to watch this sometime soon because I'm in a Mummy mood because, you know, of course, as we all know, we're getting the Moon Knight trailer. I don't know when I'm going to be releasing this my movie collection video, but we're getting the Moon Knight trailer today, so I'm super excited. So you probably would have already seen the Moon Knight trailer by the time you're seeing this video, but I'm super excited. So I'm in the Mummy mood because, you know, we're getting that like that I don't even know the word for it, but like that like the I don't even know the word for it, but we're getting that kind of like tone in Moon Knight, and I'm just in the mood to watch some Mummy shit. So let's go. Great movie. Can't you know, go wrong with the Mummy franchise, except we don't talk about that reboot. What else? Okay. Breakfast Club, Steelbook. Can't go wrong with the Breakfast Club. Iconic. Talk about pop culture. Like this, like Breakfast Club is just it's great. I love it. Can't go wrong with it. Same as Ferris Bueller. Those two movies you definitely have to watch. Talk about great, you know, films at the time. You know what I mean? It's still great films that, you know, we still talk about. I'm just so happy I got this Steelbook edition. Like, I love The Breakfast Club. Great movie. Definitely worth a watch. The Bourne Supremacy, which is like the Bourne Identity. I think this is like the first one. I don't even know which one exactly this is, but I love the Bourne Identity movies with Matt Damon. The newest one that we had a while back isn't the best, but like the older ones are definitely good. Definitely worth a watch. Green Hornet. Not many people talk about this movie. Great movie. I love it still to this day. I watch it occasionally. It would be cool if we got a sequel. Don't think it'll ever happen, but it's a definite good movie. Check it out. It's a good movie. Eagle Eye, really great movie with Shia LaBeouf. Again, not many people like Shia LaBeouf because he's done some weird shit, but Shia LaBeouf is a great actor. I love Shia LaBeouf still to this day. He's done some great projects with Peanut Butter Falcon and what was the other one? I forget the other one, like his life story one that he did. I forget what it was called, but definitely worth a watch. Eagle Eye, really great movie. Go watch it. John Wick 3, I think it's the best John Wick in my opinion. I don't even own the other John Wick movies, and this was actually a 4K DVD I picked up on Black Friday last year. So I love this movie. My sister, actually, I remember my sister seeing this she wanted me to see it with her in theaters. I said I didn't want to because I didn't see the other ones, and I was just not interested in the John Wick franchise. She's like, oh my god, it was so good, Zach. You need to see it. She took me to go see it, and I cannot wait for John Wick 4. This movie was crazy good. Definitely recommend watching John Wick 3. Of course, watch the other one so you know what's going on, but John Wick 3 is the best in my opinion. And then, of course, we got Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Fallout. The best Mission Impossible movie out of all the other ones. I think the other one that comes close is probably Mission Impossible. I forget which one it was called. It was like Mission Impossible. It was the one where he was climbing the one big tower, the Abu Dhabi Tower. That one. Other than that, this is like the best one in my opinion. I can't wait for Mission Impossible. I think it's 5 or 4. I think this might have been 4. It might have been 5 is the next one, but great movie. Definitely love the Mission Impossible movies. Great franchise. And then we got Star Trek Beyond. Great movie. Great third movie to the Star Trek with Chris Pine trilogy. Great third movie. I heard we're getting a Star Trek 4. I hope so, because I love the franchise. So Star Trek 1, great movie. Again, to like reboot this franchise, like reboot it, because you know the shows and stuff was kind of like a great fresh slate into the new generation of Trekkies. So I like the Chris Pine Star Trek movies. I hope we get the fourth one, and also I have to get like Into Darkness, because I love Into Darkness with Khan, with Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I love that second movie, so I need to get it sometime soon. Assassin's Creed, not a good movie at all. Very upsetting. The trailers were awesome, but just terrible movie. I really don't recommend this, unfortunately. Very upsetting. Transformers. Last night, I hated this movie. I don't like Mark Wahlberg, so that just didn't help. And it just didn't help that we don't have Shia LaBeouf in it. I just didn't like it. Terrible movie. Power Rangers, some good scenes in this movie. Overall, not a good movie. Very disappointed. I really wish that this movie would have worked, because I love Power Rangers. It was such a big part of my childhood, but this was just not a good movie. That's all I gotta really say about it. M. Night Shyamalan, The Last Airbender. Very disappointed. And what's sad is that when I was younger, I actually liked this movie. But when I look back at myself liking this movie when I was a kid, it makes me want to punch my younger self, because this movie was bad. It was bad. Daniel Craig's James Bond collection. I love Daniel Craig's James Bond movies. I would say the best one out of all of them is probably Spectre, then Skyfall, then the new one, then Casino Royale, and then Quantum of Solace. That's probably how I would rank it. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe I'll do a ranking soon. I don't know. That's a good question, but great. I think he has the best James Bond movies out of all the other ones, but that's just my opinion. I'm happy I have this collection. And speaking of which, it only comes with Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall. But I have Spectre, so I have to get the new one. The new one just came out on DVD, so I have to pick it up at some point, but definitely worth a watch. All of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. They're great. Last thing on the list, Transformers 3-movie collection contains Transformers, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and Transformers Dark of the Moon. Best Transformers movies in my opinion. I know people don't like them because they have the humans in it, but at the end of the day, that is Transformers. Transformers is, a lot of the time, is involved with humans, and I feel like when you put the human aspect in it, it makes it more interesting with the stories. I feel like when you just have the robots, it's kind of boring, and I just feel like the humans give it some oomph. I feel like people are too hard on these movies, but I think they're the best. Anything after the 3 Transformers movies are trash. Like Transformers Last, whatever the hell this was called, Transformers Last Night, and the other one, whatever the hell, but these are great movies in my opinion. Just my opinion, though. I grew up on these movies, so, yeah. But guys, that was my movie collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I made parts, so I don't know how I'm going to edit this. I might release each part throughout the week, because if I put it all together, it might be a very long video. I'm going to talk to my sister about it and see what... I'm happy I did them in individual categories of comedy, Marvel, DC together, superhero movies separately. I did just, a whole big, the rest of them I did like a junk drawer, just like layouts. So I'm not quite sure how I'll do this, but I'm excited to finally show you guys my movie collection. As you guys can tell, I have a shit ton of movies. So yeah, but I really want to know down in the comments below, what you guys think about my movie collection? And also I want to know down in the comments below, do you guys have a movie collection? And what's your favorite movie in your movie collection? And let me know, out of all the movies you saw, which ones are your favorites? I want to know. let me know down in the comments below. But guys, that was the video. I'm happy I showed you guys the movie collection. And we're going to be doing an updated room tour because I did a lot of modifications to my room. So expect a room tour video soon. So, and also let me know down in the comments below if you guys want me to do maybe a ranking, not of like all of these movies, but like if you guys see like a trilogy of movies you guys want me to do a ranking of, maybe let me know down in the comments below. I'm down this for some ideas. But guys, I really am curious to know what you guys think about my movie collection. Again, I'm hoping to get a floating shelf maybe, or maybe a shelf I could just put my movies on so they're just like this, and maybe I could put them in alphabetical order, or just so it's easier to see what I have. It's very annoying. I have them in my dresser, but I mean, I have a lot of them. That's all I really can do right now until I get like a shelf. So I'm going to talk to my parents soon and ask if I can get one soon. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys that. So stay tuned for some new videos. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put those notifications, like this video. Again, check out my past videos. Check out my Spider-Man movies ranking. Check out my X-Men movies ranking. Check out my Taron Egerton movie ranking. Check out my favorite films movie ranking. I have movie ranking videos up on the channel, so definitely go check out those videos. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and remember to stay safe and have a great day. Peace.